Ravie de vous retrouver.
Delighted to be with you today for yet another red carpet on TV festival on this ninth day in competition. And the first film that we're going to be seeing this afternoon is the latest film by Albert Serra. He's from Spain. If you're not familiar with his work, we can tell you a little bit about it. This is the first time he's being selected in the official competition here in Cannes. The film is called PACIFICTION. It's all about a tropical island, and he is filming Benoît Magimel, who won Actors Prize in 2021 for The Pianist. So it's a story about a High Commissioner of the French government, and he is played perfectly by Magimel, and he keeps his finger on the pulse of the local population. And the film takes us into this landscape, and we're going to show you some footage to give you an idea.
Tu viens de naître, tu sors de l'œuf, et tu viens m'expliquer des choses. Tu crois vraiment que je suis pas au courant de tout ce qui se passe là? Qui sont tes amis? Tu crois que je suis venu ici sans savoir?
Mon ami, est-ce que je dois te rappeler que t'es pas chez toi?
Arrête de m'appeler mon ami déjà. Toi et moi, on n'est pas si amis que ça. Hein? Donc déjà, tu vas redescendre. Je suis pas ton ami. Hein, mon ami, mon ami. Tu parles avec un représentant de l'État. Ok? Moi, je suis pas dans les magouilles. Hein. Moi, j'essaye de m'occuper du peuple le mieux possible.
Ah bon?
Ah, ça t'étonne?
Eh bien, le peuple, il a quelque chose à dire, justement maintenant.
Voilà pour cet extrait de Pacification d'Albert Serra, ce film en compétition. Et justement, l'équipe du film est là. Bonjour, Benoît Magimel, comment allez-vous?
Très bien.
Here we have the Benoît Magimel. You're very much at home here in Cannes. Are you confident? Yes, I'm always confident, but confident about what? Well, it's always a bit stressful when you're screening one of your films. Yeah, of course. This is the first time that I'm doing this at 4 in the afternoon. The sun's bright, etc. Well, this is... Well, I haven't seen the film yet, so it'll be the first time I'll see the film in a huge movie theatre, so that will be absolutely amazing, with an audience, so it's wonderful. Were you familiar with Albert Serra's film before?
J'ai vu quelques images.
Well, I've seen some footage from La Mort de Louis XIV, Death of Louis XIV, but when he asked me to do this film, I accepted without reading the screenplay because I was interested in the man, and his work interests me also, and the things he said about the project. I thought it was wonderful. And he has an unusual way of working. Could you describe it? You have little earpiece in all the time. Yeah, we use the earpieces, but you've got well-written instructions. And he works with his ears. He might prepare the shot, put the camera in place, and then he would often say to me, just come in when you like. That's the way we would work. He does direct the actors, but we do have a lot of freedom. That was absolutely wonderful. And he selects everything from what he hears. He says that you are untamed yet artificial. Can you interpret that? I haven't a clue what he means by that. He's always saying that it has to be extraordinary but natural. He's so unique, this guy. I love how relaxed he is. I like that way he broaches things. It's refreshing, but it's also unique. There's another key character in the film. That's the island of Tahiti. You were there during lockdown. The island was locked down, wasn't it? Well, I've got through it. What memories do you have of the shoot? Well, it was a bit frustrating because we were in lockdown, but it was good for the film because we had the entire decor at our disposal. But it wasn't what I imagined about Papeete. I met some wonderful people. I met some amazing individuals.
Très bonne projection.
Well, enjoy the screening and enjoy the competition also.
Bonsoir, bonsoir. Est-ce que vous...
Hello.
Bonjour, tout fonctionne. Comment allez-vous déjà?
How are you? Very well, thank you. This is your first time on the red carpet here in Cannes. How do you feel?
Je sais pas.
Not sure, really. Can't find the words to describe it. It's weird. I've seen that on the telly, and then all of a sudden, here I am. The film takes place on your island, Papet, in Tahiti, and the island plays a full role in the film. It's an island which hasn't been filmed very much, so are you proud to bring your island to Cannes? Yes, I'm representing my island this afternoon.
Une envie de propager un message.
And do you want to give any message? Because it's not the postcard picture which is being talked about in the film. No, in the film we're not talking about the landscapes. We're talking about nuclear testing. There you go.
C'est une très bonne projection.
Well, enjoy the screening.
Bonjour.
Hello, how are you? Very well, thank you.
Évidemment, joué dans ce
You
Albert Serra
acted in the film, didn't you? Albert Serra is a unique director. How would you define his work? I would say he works like nobody else, and his films are unlike anybody else's films. He's very inventive in form, in aesthetics. His way of working is very original because he uses several cameras. The takes are really long, and everybody improvises more or less. Doesn't really direct us, but he manages to pick up some wonderful gems in the editing. Is it craftsmanship? Oh, it's art.
En ça, un personnage particulier qui avait d'ailleurs eu droit à sa
Art Serra had a display at the Pompidou Centre, didn't he? Have you been working with him for a long time? No, it's the first time. I knew about his films because I've seen a couple of them, but he asked me to participate in this one, whereas it's not my proper job. I'm a writer, but he was looking for someone to play this role. And so there you go. I had fun. Have you seen the film yet? No, not yet. I haven't seen any of the footage whatsoever. Well, enjoy the screening.
Bonjour Albert Serra.
Hello, Albert Serra. Can you speak French? Is that all right?
Dans quel état êtes-vous?
I speak in French. So, how are you feeling as your film is about to be screened in competition? You have been to Cannes before, but never in the official competition. Well, it's more important. I've got more responsibility now, but I'm, calm. Well, I'm glad you're calm. This is the first time you're going to show the film to an audience. What are you hoping we're all going to feel? Well, it's a cinematic experience. I try to create atmospheres, images which haven't been seen before. I hope that the experience will be different to the experience you'd normally have. This is a very Cannes-centric film. You met Meshimel here, didn't you, in Cannes? Did he inspire you to make the film? Well, possibly. His face, the way that he acts, he's got that kind of ambiguity that's natural to him. And he just turned out to be the right person. Years have gone by since I first met him. We came to an agreement, and there we go. Off we went. You have based your film on a biography by a companion of Marlon Brando talking about his experience in Tahiti. So I suppose it was important to choose the island of Tahiti. Well, yes, it's an exotic island. It looks a bit like paradise. And in that paradise, you can put politics, you can put all kinds of tensions, contradictions. And that's the originality of the recipe, if you like, mixing these elements. All of the people who've spoken to us about you have described you as an artist. You have 3 cameras at the same time, so that the actor isn't acting to a camera, but is playing the scene. Why'd you do that? Well, it's a system which I always use. 3 small cameras with zoom lenses, long takes. And I like to communicate with the actors. And I'm trying constantly to make sure that the actors are innocent. We don't want our tricks of the trade to transpire. We want to keep everything pure on the screen.
Un dernier mot sur Cannes.
Final word about Cannes. Is Cannes a place where we meet, where projects are hatched? Yes, it is. I would come to Cannes even if I don't have a filming competition. I don't live too far away, so I can come here. This is where I've discovered films, met a load of people. I love the festival. And as a film director, it inspires me a lot because it enables me to see a lot of films made by people whom I respect and like. Thank you very much, Albert Serra. Enjoy the show.
Albert Serra qui donc...
That was Albert Serra in competition on the 9th day of the 75th Cannes Film Festival.
Le nom du film, c'est
The name of the film is Pacifiction.
Quelle affiche
With starring Benoît Magimel.
Casting également tahitien.
With some Tahitians acting in it also.
La Papette.
The film takes place in Tahiti.
Alexandre Mello.
There's Alexandre Mello, Marc Souzy, Montse Treola, and Sergi Lopez. In the film Pacifiction.
L'histoire du haut commissaire de la République.
It's the story of the High Commissioner of the island, representing the French government, who is a calculating man, slightly austere, but he likes to keep his finger on the pulse and understand what's going on the island. So this film talks about many social problems that we are familiar with. The director
s'est inspiré du procédé de
drew inspiration from Roman Polanski's approach in Chinatown, where the actors learn what's going on at the same time as the viewers do.
Alors que Benoît
Magimel is enjoying this sunny afternoon to go and exchange with the festival goers, sign some autographs. Of course, the festival is important for showing films for the very first time, but it's also very important to have direct contact with the audience, both in the movie room and with the festival goers outside.
Pacifiction tournant sur les îles.
Pacifiction was filmed in Tahiti in August 2021, when Tahiti was completely locked down due to COVID.
Réaliser un film.
The idea of making a film with Tahiti as the backdrop came to the film when he was reading some memoirs of the woman who was Marlon Brando's wife for 10 years. And in the book, she reminisces about Tahiti, talking about her personal experience there. And that was the trigger for Albert Serra's imagination. Albert Serra is Catalonian.
Au cinéma assez radical.
His films are usually very radical, and he first came to light in 2006 with an adaptation of Don Quixote. And that film was included in the Director's Fortnight. He came to Cannes in 2016 with The Death of Louis XIV, a special screening starring Jean-Pierre Léaud. And he came back again to Cannes in the Un Certain Regard section for the film Liberté, for which he won the jury's special prize.
L'équipe du film Pacifiction qui...
The crew from the film Pacifiction is there on the red carpet.
bientôt monter les marches.
And they will soon be going up those steps.
Soleil. Et le coup de soleil
Seems to be rather hot down there on the red carpet.
donc figuré. Albert Serra avec Benoît Magimel.
Albert Serra there with Benoît Magimel.
Albert Serra qui a une méthode de travail très
Albert Serra's work style is quite unique.
jamais donné le plan de travail.
He doesn't actually give them a work schedule. He only knows the evening before or the very morning what they're going to have to act out. There are always 3 cameras filming each shot, each take.
Une oreillette.
And sometimes Albert Serra asks the actors to wear an earpiece, and so he can kind of guide their moods, their facial expressions, etc. He has a lot of hours of rush, 550 hours of rushes for PACIFICTION.
Et puis ensuite, Albert Serra part en montage.
And then Albert Serra goes off to do the editing with the entire script, 1,300 pages of script this time.
Et s'en suivent 3 à 4 mois de
And then it
montage.
takes 3 to 4 months to edit the film, and it is the director who edits the film.
Nous avons le plaisir d'accueillir l'équipe du film PACIFICTION, Tourment sur les îles. Un film présenté en compétition pour ce 75e Festival de Cannes. Son réalisateur, Albert Serra. Il est accompagné de ses acteurs, Benoît Magimel, Bahoa Maha Kavafanao, Matahi Pombrun, Marc Suzini,
Benoît Magimel,
Benoît Magimel is there with the director Albert Serra, Pahawa Mahagahafanau,
Marc Suzini,
Marc Suzini,
l'équipe est accompagnée des
Alexandre Miller, Cécile Gilbert,
Pierre-Olivier
qui
Bardet,
paramite
the writer who
Joachim Sabino
kindly agreed to act in the film.
et Dirk Decker.
PACIFICTION, évidemment.
PACIFICTION is a kind of play on words, of course.
Pacifique.
There's the part of the word Pacific, like the Pacific Ocean, the Pacific Islands, and the other word is, of course, fiction, of course. So we've got PACIFICTIon.
Benoît Magimel, Constellas.
Benoît Magimel is here for the 5th time in competition in Cannes. In 1996, he came in the Téchiné film, 2001 the Haneke Prize, the
En 2006, il est
Piano Teacher, 2006 Charlie Says by Nicole Garcia,
puis l'année dernière.
and last year with Emmanuel Berco,
Il partageait l'affiche avec
where he was acting with
Venu de nombreuses fois
Catherine
en
Deneuve. The film was called
compétition
Peaceful.
à Cannes, notamment avec Les Voleurs d'André Téchiné, la pianiste
Benoît
Michael
Magimel
Haneke,
qui est
Benoît Magimel
il a reçu le prix
casting.
is the
d'interprétation.
only real star in the film. Albert Serra likes to use
Benoît Magimel en a l'étoffe, et c'est évidemment un
strong characters such as Benoît Magimel.
puisqu'il a démarré dans le
Benoît Magimel started off
La vie
Life is a Long Quiet River back in 1988.
La tête haute d'Emmanuel Berco, présentée par Benoît Magimel en 2015. Il recevra un César du meilleur
Benoît
acteur
Magimel
dans
qui
un second
était
rôle.
aussi
Benoît Magimel
cinéma à l'autre.
was here for the
Il
60th,
vaudra
Vous
le
avez
César
vécu
du meilleur
sur
acteur.
75th anniversary red carpet celebration the other day, where there are about 100 actors and filmmakers and film lovers got together with the organisers here to celebrate
Après la mort de
film.
Louis XIV et Liberté.
Albert Serra au centre en costume.
Albert Serra is in the centre there with his white tuxedo jacket on.
Albert Serra pour la première fois en
Et Benoît
compétition.
Magimel très heureux.
Benoît Magimel standing next to him, really thrilled to bring this film to Cannes.
Matahi Embrun, Marc Suzini.
Toute l'équipe se dirige à présent
The crew
vers
is
la grande
heading
salle
now towards the Lumière Movie Theatre,
Le film
where their film Pacifiction will be screened to an audience for the very first time.
public. C'est toujours un moment très émouvant pour les
It's
équipes.
always a very important moment for the teams.
Serra, le catalan qui est
Albert Serra
le seul représentant
is the only Spanish director this year, the only Spanish film in the collection of 21 films in competition at the 75th Cannes Film Festival.
un petit bisou du président à Benoît Magimel.
C'était donc la montée des marches de Pacifiction, tournant sur les îles, présentée en compétition pour ce 75e festival à Cannes.
Albert Serra,
Here we have Albert Serra now,
deuxième long métrage avec Pacific.
filmmaker. This is his 11th film.
Albert Serra.
Et qui entre donc avec son équipe.
And he is entering into the Lumière Movie Theatre with his crew. He's at the head of the crew.
Pas de date de sortie encore.
We don't know when the film is going to be released in France yet,
Mais vous avez eu la chance de pouvoir
but you've at least seen some snippets from the film on TV Festival.
applaudissements chaleureux pour
Lots of applause there for the entire cast from Pacifiction on this night. They're in competition here at the 75th Cannes Film Festival.
Pacifiction, tournant sur
Pacifiction, directed by Albert Serra, starring Benoît Magimel, amongst others.
cinéaste, cinéphile, amoureux de Cannes.
A filmmaker who really loves Cannes. That's what he said to us earlier on.